Every traveler dreams of exploring the world, but sometimes the reality is far from the Instagram dream. Today we are talking about 3 countries that, despite their beauty, led us with frustration, culture shock, and a few stories you won't believe. Our round-the-world journey gave us unforgettable moments, and while the vast majority of experiences were incredible, a few stood out for the wrong reasons. In this episode, we'll take you behind the scenes of our most disappointing travel experiences in Mexico, Egypt, and Jordan, so you can avoid making the same mistakes we did. Tulum is famous for its Mayan ruins overlooking turquoise waters. Sounds magical, right? The reality? A masterclass in bureaucracy and confusion. It started in the parking lot, where a man in an official-looking polo shirt charged us 100 pesos for something. Some things to remember. First of all, there is a parking fee, even for scooters. It's roughly 100 pesos. Then you walk down a road. On the right-hand side, there is a souvenir shop with toilets, and they sell you drinks and stuff. But be aware, do not buy any plastic stuff, because you cannot enter the park with anything plastic. And they sell you plastic bottles right in front of the gate. The park actually costs another 415 per person. And when you pass the souvenir shop, make a right. The ticket office is a little hidden between the trees. And don't get to the tour guides because they want to sell you the tours. Finally inside, we found ourselves paying yet another fee for access to the actual ruins.
Buenos días. Hola, señor, sus boletos. No, los boletos. Este es boleto para la zona arqueológica. We pay. Y se paga en el camper blanco. You pay for this ticket 100 pesos. Y for use video 60 pesos.
But what is this?
This only national park is the beach.
The beach?
Yep.
Why did we pay the beach?
Before visit the ruins, this ticket. Pay in the white camper 100 pesos per person. For use video 60 pesos.
So we were up for another surprise. After 100 for the parking, 415 for the park, now another 100 for the rooms. This is ridiculous. One of the new 7 wonders of the world, and for us, a must-see, since we plan to see 21 wonders, right? Well, yes, but be ready for the scam gauntlet. Arrive early and you will still be approached by helpful locals selling parking spots and tours. Welcome to Chichen Itza. As you can see, I'm in the park. We made it. We paid the 671 Mexican pesos entrance fee, but they're split up in 2. So in one window you pay the entrance fee, and the second window you pay for the tax. Don't ask me why you cannot combine the 2. And the second interesting thing happened, we invalidated our tickets, and then you go to the security check, and then all of a sudden they tell you have to pay 60 pesos for the camera. They saw my camera attached to my backpack, the X4. So why isn't there a clear sign listing all the fees, the potential fees, and that's it? No, they go in this way, and they know the people going to pay the 60 pesos because nobody wants to go back out again, probably paying the entrance fee a second time, because that's what we've been told as well. The restrooms are before the gated area. So if you want to go to the loo and you want to go back in, you pay the 671 pesos again. And there are no toilets in the park. So be aware of the possibility of the most expensive toilet break of your life. Let's enjoy the park. The site is impressive, but also surprisingly small. We saw everything in just over an hour. Honestly, the ancient wonder is worth seeing, but the constant nickel and diming leaves a bitter taste. On the one hand, Egypt's history cannot be overrated. On the other hand, it's also home to some of the most persistent scams we've ever experienced. First city on our list in Egypt, Aswan. Famous for the huge dam, but we have already struggled at the airport. We arrived late in the evening and the Uber driver played their games. It goes like this. They accept the ride, you wait a couple of minutes, and then they will write you in the app asking for more money. Excuses like extra fees on the airport or unofficial pickup points drive up the fare. It did not happen once, it happened 3 or 4 times. So we switched strategies and negotiated with the cab drivers on site. So our first challenge seems to be already a tricky one, to find a cab. The prices are here 10 times higher than Google tells us. So Google says $1 to $2 downtown Aswan, and we are here at between $15 and $20. And then there was the ride itself. The car was an ancient Peugeot, and next time I would definitely book a pickup in advance. Really happy I survived the cab ride. The guy drove like a maniac. Sometimes with no lights on, we have no clue why. Anna assumes that only the high beam works and the regular lights doesn't. I don't know. It was crazy. Please let us know in the comments what strange things happened to you out there while traveling the world. While the EU put restrictions on straws and packaging, people in Egypt just throw trash literally out of their car windows. The waste on the side of the road is disgusting. I saw with my own eyes how a waste truck dumped his load into a small creek along the road with black-brown sauce falling out of the container, which only could have been human feces. Our disappointment about the Valley of the Kings in Luxor is then a minor issue. Everyone is praising the Valley of the Kings as a fantastic experience, but at the end of the day, to be quite honest, it is a valley in sandstone with holes in the mountain, and those holes lead to the tombs. We have no clue which tomb is supposed to be the most beautiful, but after seeing two of them, it's very similar. Basically, it's a hole in the mountain. You go down a path with a lot of paintings and scriptures on the wall, and at the end, there's a bigger room where you can find the tomb. We talked about taxis and Uber already, but here's one more important hint. If you get in an Uber, try to keep your bags in the back seat with you. That way, if the driver starts demanding more cash, you can say no thank you. If they become aggressive, jump out of the car with all your stuff. Yeah, that's the level we're at. Always clarify exactly what you're paying for. That 50 EGP Nile crossing, suddenly it's per person. The $10 tour, oh sorry, that meant $10 each. Unfortunately, we concluded that nobody genuinely helps tourists. The chances are very high the random guy you ask for direction won't tell you where to go, but instead will follow you to your destinations and then will ask for money. People who help you on the street usually want something. Finally, we have to talk about the pyramids. The tourist traps are plentiful here. If we could give you one advice, you should stay away from camels or horse carriages. There are free shuttle buses circling the perimeter. No need to pay extra. The upside is you will avoid the haggling and unpleasant encounters. For one, they will agree on a price for a tour, and that price will change. They are never short of excuses. And remember, you are high up on a camel. Their negotiation tactics are good. Same with photos. This applies generally. Do not ask a local to take a picture. They will always ask for money, and then the 10 EGP suddenly turns out to be 10 EGP per photo. And at this point, this guy holds your photo or your camera. Egypt's treasures are magical, but so are its scams. Be prepared, and you might even enjoy the sights. The careful listeners might spotted it. Local women mostly shop in markets, but you will barely see them outside this habitat. Society is male-dominated, which brings me to Jordan. Jordan is breathtakingly beautiful. Petra's carved facades, the red dunes of Wadi Rum, pure magic. But for us, there was a darker side. As a male traveler, I was welcomed everywhere. My wife, often invisible. Greetings, restaurant orders, even casual conversations, all directed to me only, as if she weren't even there. In some places, blonde hair made her an uncomfortable attraction for staring locals. Public spaces were overwhelmingly male, and women in the streets were rare, usually fully covered and moving quickly from A to B. There were no women in cafes or bars at all. Now that I mention it, it reminds me of an experience in Egypt. Schoolgirls excitedly took photos with Anne, laughing and curious. On the very same day, we took a ride with a taxi boat across the Nile River. There was a young Muslim woman wearing a hijab. The second I sat down next to Anne, she firmly said to me, "This is the women's section, go to the back of the boat." Just how much difference a few years of cultural influence can make. The contrast is heartbreaking, a vivid reminder of how cultural norms shape lives. So, were these the worst countries we ever visited? Not exactly. Every destination had beauty and kindness to offer, but these were the places where reality clashed hardest with our expectations. Travel teaches you to embrace the unexpected, good and bad, and maybe, just maybe, to double check if that ticket price really is per person. If you like more travel tips, then please subscribe to this channel. It helps the video to be shown to more people. See you in the next episode.